Welcome to the Comic Scoop for the new releases of March 23rd, 2022. We have variant covers, we have big conclusions, we have brand new series, we have demons. Number one, this is written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Greg Capullo. Really great team right there. So a quick little thing about this before we get into the comic. This is printed by Dark Horse Comics, and it's also part of the Comixology Originals, which is a online digital comic service. So this is the first of hopefully many coming from Jackett Press, which is Scott Snyder's very own publishing company. So he's trying to step away from some of the big mainstream companies and focus more on like the craft that he wants to do how he sees fit, which I'm all for. This is a gorgeous variant cover done by Peach Momoko. Let's get into it. So, it's a pretty cool story. We start with this girl, and she begins to tell us her life's journey, how she lost her arm as a little kid because a snake had bitten her, and her dad cut it off for her because it was festering pus. Over the years, he has engineered like a mechanical hand for her, and every year it's always better than the last. Her father was a pastor, and he went on a lot of business trips for the church. But as she got older, she started to notice that her dad wasn't exactly who she thought him to be, and in time left and became estranged. So now her father has passed away. She has gone to the funeral, and she's now beginning to learn that her father was a demon slayer. One of seven, I believe. Now we go back to the beginning of time, or the beginning of man, I should say, and how there was a certain group of the original humans that were infected by something called the Horn. So there's like these two entities that had came to Earth. The Halo, which was one rock, and the Horn, which were like multiple meteors. And the Horn like festered deep within its core until humans came about, or the first stages of them. And the best of them became infected by the Horn, turning them vicious, almost demon-like. The others that were remaining found the piece of the Halo and turned it into various weapons to fight these demons. So there was a whole group of them, but, yes, 9. There's only 9 of them left. And her father was one of them. So now it's up to her to rid this world of demons. You guys like demons? You like watching them get slaughtered, in the name of something good, I guess? Well, this is definitely your book right here. Really great artwork there, done by Greg Capullo. Always love his stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm really excited to see what we're going to do with this. And just for Jackett Press in general. It's going to be really good. Alright, so without further ado, Demon Days, Blood Feud. I've been waiting on this for a while. It's the last issue of the Mariko series. Peach Momoko's very first completely like fleshed out series, both written and drawn by her. She does the cover art for this as well as the interior work, which is all done by like hand done by watercolors. So in this issue, Mariko takes on the Oni version of the Hulk. And it's basically like the pre-boss battle before the main boss battle, and she goes toe-to-toe with her sister, who has been like tormenting her throughout this series. I'm not gonna go too much into this because very soon, now that this series is done, I'm gonna do a whole video on the like more deep dive into the series. So just show you some beautiful artwork here. It's a really neat story. Looking forward to see what they're going to do with this. I think they're going to keep the world open and do some other stories in there. I definitely want to see more because it's beautiful. Peach has been putting these out like every 4 months, I think, since the first one came out. Yeah, it was a really nice one, and kind of sad to see it go, but yeah, and there's going to be a few of those this week. Actually, we got a few things that are leaving us. All right, I have Gunslinger issue 6 here. Now this is a variant cover done by Kevin Keane and Brett Booth. Brett Booth, who also does the interior work for this. There was 2 covers. I had a really hard time deciding between the 2. The cover A featured the clown, and Gunslinger Spawn was being like pulled in by his tongue, and all the little minions were covering him. And that one looked really cool, but it's a very nice classic, Gunslinger type cover here, and I really enjoy the glow of the eyes for both Gunslinger and the horse. This one's neat. So we have established that Gunslinger Spawn and the clown have united together, basically to take down Al Simmons' Spawn so they can close or open up the gates for heaven and hell to move into Earth. And this issue is mostly Gunslinger and the clown having this really gorgeous feast, and basically just going one-on-one with whiskey, having a blast. As they're like getting wasted, the clown reveals all his secrets on what he plans to do with his new power once they bring down Spawn, and what he's going to do with the rest of the world. And if you know anything about villains, definitely, they talk way too much, and that kind of brings them into a hole. So Gunslinger Spawn turns on him, and basically he's like, no, I'm not gonna, now that I know how to get back home, I'm just gonna go home. I don't need to help you do whatever it is you're trying to do, because all in all, Javier is just trying to go home. He's not trying to deal with this stuff. And they have a pretty nice fight with each other. Gunslinger turns the clown minions on the clown. Yeah, this was cool. I'm really enjoying this Gunslinger Spawn. I think the most out of all the Spawn stuff right now. It's hard to tell. It's really up there with this and Scorched. Alright, I have a number 1, which I probably should have done, I guess, before Gunslinger, but whatever. This is Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Alright, geeks, let's all get together. This is a real big moment in geekdom. Having Colossus like Godzilla and the Power Rangers coming together is just as big as the Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover a couple years back. I believe that was in 2019. This was a fantastic read, by the way. But that's not what this video is about. We are here with the King of Monsters. This is the cover A done by Freddie Williams II, who also does the interior artwork. The story is written by Colin Bunn. I have a cover B here that is... I really like this. I feel like it has a very classic Godzilla cover vibe to it. I really love Rita Repulsa's screeching face right there. This is great. I really like this artwork a lot. This one's done by EJ Sue, or Sue. I'm not really sure the pronunciation of that. Oh, sorry, I thought I had the back there. So this was really cool. Rita Repulsa has basically figured out a way to teleport to another universe, and right when she does this, Tommy the Green Ranger interferes, and he gets sucked into this portal with them. Now they go to an alternate version of Angel Grove in a world where the Power Rangers never existed. Well, just because the Power Rangers never exist doesn't mean there aren't other obstacles. So we're opening up here with Godzilla versus I want to say it's the I'm about to say Megalodon, but that's a completely different creature. Rats. I should have checked. I have this on VHS, but anyway, the like beetle creature from deep within the core. So they're like fighting together, and Rita's just like, "Wow, what are these monsters?" Thought Earth was going to be easy pickings for me. And then she spots this UFO over here and goes onto their ship, basically trying to take them over. When she finds out that the that one of the monsters is was sent there from these aliens, and she speaks with the supreme controller of Planet X, and they form a little bond together to you know bring down this creature called Godzilla. And as they're, I guess, sharing pleasantries with each other, whatever, we got Tommy waking up in this world and he sees this gigantic monster, so he calls on his own version of a dragon, the Dragon Sword. And this is an awesome fight, like, really awesome fight. You got, two of, like, the most iconic dragon, creatures or whatever in, throughout geekdom, and they go one on one with each other. Now, Godzilla has fought a mechanical dragon before, Mechagodzilla, but this is a little different. It's kind of like two heroes fighting against each other. I'm sure this will be just like the Ninja Turtle thing, where by the end of it, the Power Rangers will maybe be helping Godzilla take down these other monsters. But look at those colors, like. Yeah, when I turned this page reading it, it blew my mind. Yeah, I really like this a lot. Definitely eager to read more of it, like now. I like in the back here it shows, like all the different covers for it. This will be next month's cover. And then what was it? There was one other one I saw. Yeah, this one was really cool. It's also done by Freddie Williams II, but it's kind of like within the Power Rangers like tower, and they're seeing this monster threat. It's really cool there. Yeah, definitely. If you guys are a Godzilla fan or Power Rangers fan at all, pick this bad boy up. It's a pretty cool one. Alrighty. Okay, so we are here with Until My Knuckles Bleed. So the first issue of this came out in February, was it February 16th? And I was looking online, I believe it was like the 2nd of March, or whatever was the first Wednesday of March, where issue 2 was listed as being released, but it seemed to have came out yesterday alongside of issue 3. As you guys well know, I pick up my comics every single week, and yesterday, issue 2 and 3 were both in my box, so that was kind of curious, and they're both on the new release shelf. So I don't know why they expedited that, but apparently this is just a 3-issue series, so I thought it was pretty neat that I got 2 together, but then when I saw the ending, I was really sad, actually. I want a lot more in this universe. It's really cool. But so yeah, the first issue we go to the Damager is like trying to seek more opportunity at his job. He wants to take over the strip club, and he comes to find out that this business kind of wants something more than just dancing, and he's not really cool with that. The next day, he is called and told not to come in because the business is closed. The elders, as his boss calls them, has decided to go in a different direction with their business. So Damager goes to investigate like what has happened and at least find some traces of the girls, because he has grown quite a good bond with them, and they seem nowhere to be found. So he roughs up. What's his name? Death Wisher, one of his old companions, to get some information on, where these women can be. And he goes to the docks and basically has this really awesome brawl with some other goons, well, some goons, as well as some other, like, super-powered heroes, or former heroes. It's really neat. We get, like, this side little story here from Agent Carfey. And it's kind of shows like there's this vigilante she used to encounter when she was known as Stone Fist, and what has happened to him today. It's nice minimal little story. Really like that back cover there. So we go into issue 3, which is the final issue. Covers as well as interior artwork done by Victor Santos, who also writes the story too. But this one's neat. We get to see Damager face off, with the other soups, and especially one, like the one in particular he came to face against, which is the Morning Blade. Yeah, this ugly guy right here. This cool blade hand. But yeah, they go toe to toe. It's a pretty neat battle. And Agent Carr Sai comes to help. They find that the women are about to be shipped like across seas, be sold into sex trafficking. And if it wasn't for Damager, that would have been their fate. So nice like short story. They wrapped it up real quick. It was pretty nice. But like I said, I definitely want more in this universe. It's really cool. And then at the end we get like another little side story, and this one's for Death Wisher. How I guess he is also starting to work as like a muscle at some bar, and these kids are, well, I don't know, taking him for granted or whatever, and then he does this like really awesome thing, just like presses his knuckles into this broken glass, and bam, knocks the nose literally off this guy. It was definitely fun. I really liked this. I hope something else comes out of it. All right, now another issue that has come to its conclusion is Joy Operations from Dark Horse Comics. I also didn't realize that this issue would be the last one. So another thing that I really like the world building they did in this, and again, I do want them to revisit the world. This cover is really fantastic. Let's see, it's done by Stephen Bryan, who also does the interior artwork. It has the envoy from another truce, Hatamoto, facing against Joy herself. And that's essentially what this issue is. So it starts off, I guess the ending of the last issue, Joy had turned herself into her former boss. And, she's like basically held against her life by Hatamoto. And they really go at it. It's really cool. I really love this sequence. It's kind of like one ongoing panel. And it's really good. They've done a lot of stuff like this throughout this mini-series. And it reminds me a lot of the Nightwing issue 87, done by Tom Taylor and drawn by Bruno Redondo. Because they do a very similar thing here, where it's just like one continuous panel of Nightwing going through the motions. This was a really cool issue. I definitely encourage checking it out. I really love the idea of kind of like one single take, in a comic book, not just like from a film or something. It's a really neat idea. And they do a similar thing within this whole series, and I really like these panels there. The artwork's fantastic. The colors are amazing. The fight between them is really great. And they just go at it all over town. While there's like a glitch in the system, so what's this stuff called? The Gurk's Heart, I guess is what they call it. Starts to glitch and destroy the town. And they wrapped this one up really quickly, actually. I was not expecting that. Because the stakes are so high right now. And Joy's able to stop the, her old boss. And then it's basically just wrapped up and brushed right underneath the rug real quick. We have this nice touching moment where Joy is speaking with the envoy insider. I forgot her name. Hampton. And it's kind of like, okay, let's expedite this and have you get out of me. And they basically have like a nice one-on-one together, and Joy kind of is open to the idea of the two of them living with each other for however long that may or may not be. All right, I have two coming up next from AWA Upshot. I'll start with Hotel number 4. Now, what's actually kind of fun about this is so this is the fourth issue of 5, and for Fourth Man is the third issue of 4. So both, this week we got two AWA comics coming out, and both are like the next up to the finale. And this one was neat for Hotel. We follow this guy who has had a really long and wonderful life with his beautiful dog. Those of you who are sensitive to dogs, I am sorry. This is a warning disclosure for you. But so he's on the road to take his dog out for some consolation. His dog's very sick. And the gang that has been tormenting this hotel since like the last issue and a half, what are they called? The Roaring 66s. He runs into them here. We get like little cameos from some other characters within the series. And his dog runs away, goes into this hole. And it's kind of neat. So he finally decides he's going to like tear through the hole and follow his dog in because he doesn't want to let his dog die alone. And this tunnel leads to another tunnel, which kind of goes to this really strange, I don't even know. But maybe this is why the hotel is so odd. It's probably because of this, like, whatever it is, this, like, hell gates underneath all of it. And it's real cool. He comes face to face with, like, a demon version of his dog who's trying to kill him. And up until he opens up to the idea that, doing all these surgeries, all this treatment with his dog to help prolong the life wasn't really in the dog's favor, but for his own selfish, reasons. And, they make up with each other, and I think that's it for the dog. And once he gets out, he's confronted by the Roaring 66s who have completely overtaken the hotel. So, next month, we'll see what happens with that. All right, we got the Fourth Man issue 3. So in the last issue, I forget the character's name, but it's the one who is drawn in the image of Bill Paxton. He is taken into someone's van and told that Charlie gave him up like almost immediately. And it's kind of like, oh, that sucks. Like, why, this guy that you trusted, who you hired for this job, just gonna turn on you. Well, looks like he didn't exactly turn on him, because he is the third man on the table here. And we go into from the moment that both Charlie or Ethan Sipley, and Bill Paxton, they make their deal with each other, and we start from here and just go on like the rest of the day in Charlie's life leading up to his demise. Yeah, it's a really compelling story. I like it a lot. I definitely want to see this as a movie. It's drawn just like a movie, even, not just saying that because of like the actors that are actually in it, but it's definitely has that kind of like mystery, almost noir feel, and I would love to see this like on the screen. Got one more to go. I really like this, so I'm definitely going to be sad when that's done. All right, we are, speaking of being done, we are almost done this week. Let's see, I have two more. The next one up is Darth Vader, issue 21. Now, this is a variant cover done by Chris Spruce, who has been doing these like Mandalorian tribute covers. We got Moff Gideon on the front there with the Darksaber, and those robot troopers behind him, which I guess in The Mandalorian they refer to them as Death Troopers. Even though Death Troopers aren't robots, they're actual people that are seen in other versions of Star Wars things like, Rogue One and Rebels. But, whatever. I guess that's what happens when you have so many different people working within the same world. So we have, Ochi of Mastoon here, and he's trying to continue the ruse that he is working to help Vader when There's an ad there. When in actuality, he is also part of Crimson Reign. This is a Crimson Reign tie-in. And Vader finds out that the Imperials that were killed, who were allegedly traitors working with Crimson Dawn, had all had one thing in common, and they were on a mission fighting on Naboo against the Amadans. And that definitely sparked Vader's interest. So he basically follows Ochi all the way to Naboo. He follows him all the way to Naboo, right up to the doorsteps of Padme's handmaiden, Sabe. So things look kind of grim for her, and we all know that Vader is not gonna go down in this series. If you know anything about the movies, I guess. But I am still curious to see what's gonna happen and what's he gonna do. If he truly knows that Ochi isn't working for him, or if he's just pretending to go with the ruse. Alright, and my final one for the week. 10 Deaths of Wolverine. X Deaths of Wolverine, number 5. The big finale. So, I got a variant cover here. This is the Mark Bagley trading card cover, and it has, all the different Wolverines in the background that he has done for the trading card covers throughout this series, which I think is really cool. Kind of incorporate them all together there. Then I also had to get the just the standard cover A, which is done by Adam Kubert and Frank Martin, because it's just the cover A, right? But it is also a connecting cover with the cover A of X Lives. I thought that was really neat. Usually those are variant covers that do the connecting thing, and I really love connecting covers, so I thought that was pretty awesome that they had that. This issue was really cool. Yeah. So, if you're following this and wanting to read it yourself, just let you know, huge spoilers right from the beginning, because we pick off from the ending of the last issue where Moira is stabbed, and she's dying. And she's literally here dying, thinking about all her past lives, or I guess living through her lives all over again. All 11 of them. And it's cool. So while she's dying, we have the Omega Wolverine, or the Wolverine infected with the phalanx, that's fighting the Wolverine family, making his way through Krakoa to get to the cradle where the cloning is done for all the mutants. And basically, if he infects there, he infects all of the mutants and all of time, I guess, because there's the time warp with the sword. So it would basically make the phalanx the ultimate race that has always been, I guess, if that makes sense. And yeah, it's a real cool fight, trying to bring down Omega Wolverine, right up until the Wolverine comes into the mix, refreshed from all his time traveling, and he takes on his older robotic self. I really like it. It's kind of like Terminator style, because it's mostly adamantium skeleton. Sage uses the Cerebro sword to basically end the vessel of the skeleton and shut down the phalanx. So yeah, it was really really cool run. This was definitely an awesome read. All 10 of these issues were really cool. It's really neat, and I wonder what they're gonna do next with the X-Men, because that's done. Moira's gone, or is she? Can they truly stop the immortal Moira? And I even like here where Wolverine's saying how you stop one thing, there's always another enemy lurking, and then it shows Sabretooth down in the pit, because we all know that he's working his way out of there. But yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen with the X-Men, with Sabretooth, and with the immortal Moira. Alright everyone, thanks so much for listening. Talk with y'all next week for another exciting week of new releases. And just a quick reminder, next Wednesday, the 30th, is also the first the first issue, or the first episode streaming for Disney Plus's Moon Knight. I'm definitely going to be checking that out, and I totally advise all you to as well. Till then, bye.